It's him and I, Aquemini.
What's going on YouTube? This is Marcos from Aquemini Pressure Washing, and I'm back again with another video. In this video, we are going to do some staining. Now, let me show you the job. Okay guys, what I'm going to be doing in this video, I am going to be staining the underside of this gazebo and the pillars and the outside lip right here, as you can see. And the reason I'm doing that is because I did this side last year along when I did the deck staining and washing. Here's the plan. Right now, this is done in ready seal pecan. So what I'm doing, since he added this new piece on to this part of the gazebo, we're gonna stain this to match that. Normally you don't stain the underside, but this customer wants the underside done, and plus I'm doing it with a transparent, so it's not going to be too much of an issue with water getting trapped in between the wood and the roof. So what we're going to do, we're going to spray the underside of this gazebo. It shouldn't be an issue. The only thing I have to do is make sure that I cover everything up below it, because we have this grill, we have pavers and stuff where we don't want to get stain on, so to avoid that, we're going to cover that up. And it shouldn't take too long. Normally on a job like this, I would pressure wash this first, but this is pretty much new wood. You want to go ahead and get it done. There's no dirt or anything on it because there's no heavy traffic. What we're going to have to do first, we're going to go ahead and get all the furniture and stuff out of the way. We're going to put some type of drop cloth down so we won't get stained on the concrete or the pavers. All right, let me go ahead and get started. The stain that I'm using is Ready Seal. I use this on the deck and also on this part of the gazebo, so we're just going back with the same stuff. This is some leftovers, so I'm gonna use this first to do the cut in, and then I got 3 more cans to finish this with the sprayer. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. I'm gonna show you a little bit more things that you gotta do when you're staining your gazebo. All right, let's go. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and take the old stain, which is here, and I already shook it up a little bit. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take some of the new stain and mix the new stain with the old, and we're gonna stir this up. And anytime that you get stain from Home Depot or whatever, make sure you have them shake it. All right, I'm gonna put this to the side, and notice I'm doing this in the grass, so that way I won't waste nothing on the concrete. All right, take the stirrer that I have for my drill. And notice I'm doing all this in the grass. All right, I got my brush done, it's soft. And the only thing we're gonna do, we're gonna do a cut in around all the areas that I can't use the sprayer with. So let's go ahead and start on the post, and then we're gonna work our way up around the lights, and then we'll go from there. Now, if you're not studying with your hand, you can go ahead and put something down right here on the concrete or the blocks and stuff so you won't get anything on it. I'm pretty good. Only thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dip my brush, and instead of just bringing it all out, I'm just gonna tap the brush on top. I'm not gonna wipe it. That's you wiping the stain off the brush, so you just wanna tap it so all the loose stuff won't come out. So let's do it by tapping it. Okay, so pretty much this is all I'm gonna be doing around the areas that I want to get stain on. I'm just gonna get real tight. And one thing about Ready Seal, it cleans up real easy and stuff like that. So if you get something on something, just wipe it off. Or if you use a mineral spirit and some soap and water, you can wipe it off while it's still wet. Now another good thing about Ready Seal, if you put this stuff down on the deck, let's say if you're doing a deck floor like I did this one over here, when you put it down, if it starts raining, as soon as you put it down, it will start repelling water and it won't affect your work. That's a good thing about it. You can apply this before it rains, but if the deck or the wood is wet, I will wait till the wood dries a little bit so that way it gets absorbed into the wood a little bit better. So this stuff works real good and I recommend it. I mean, you could probably find any other kind of stain to do the same procedure that I'm doing now, but this is just my preference when it comes to transparent stain. I like to use Ready Seal. If I'm using solid, I may use any kind of solid stain that I get from Sherwin-Williams. Like I said, it's just a preference. Anytime that I do any kind of staining stuff, you can choose the type of stain you want. It's no particular reasoning behind it, but sometimes some things work better than others. And to me, Ready Seal works real good. I already got one coat. You can see the difference right there. When I stopped and everything, because I'm gonna use a sprayer on that area. And on this side, I did the same thing. Just pretty much did this pole and around this outlet. Get over here. Same thing. Like I said, I'm gonna spray this part right here, so it shouldn't be no issue of getting that done. So I'm gonna spray this side so you can go ahead and see how it's done. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the cut in on the roof around the lights. So let me tell you something when you're using stain, especially transparent. When you're staining with transparent stain, put one coat on, walk away, come back to it later. Because if you think it's not dark enough or anything like that, what's gonna happen is you're just gonna be wasting stain because the stain has to be absorbed into the wood. So keep that in mind. You want to let the stain get absorbed into the wood so you can see the true color of it. So like when I first started staining the gazebo, the other part of the gazebo, it was kind of like this. But then after it dried over, well, it's been about 6 months, almost a year now, it dried that color. And I'm using the same color. This is Pecan. If you're wondering what color this color is Pecan by Ready Seal. And pretty much, I'm gonna try to get this whole thing covered. The only thing I think what's gonna happen with this is this wood is newer than this wood. It may be a little bit different color. And the reason is because that's older wood versus newer wood. So it may take another coat of stain, like when we go back and restain this job, later on in the future or something like that. If we restain this job, then this should start matching that. Because at that time the wood has had time to age and stuff like that, so you're putting more stain on it. That's going to make the wood look a lot better and stuff like that. And usually when you use stain, transparent, you got maybe 2, possibly 3 years out of the stain, but that's if you have direct sunlight. But since this is on the underside, this may last a lot longer and stuff like that. One thing that I noticed when the sun beats on the stain, it just tears it up. So keep that in mind when you're using a transparent and it's in direct sunlight, the sun is gonna beat it down. All right, so let me go ahead and get my sprayer together and we're gonna go ahead and start spraying this part right here. Okay, let me explain why I am back brushing. As I apply this thing, I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm gonna get right in this area right here. I'm gonna apply to the wood, the tallest area first, and then let it drip down. So what I'm gonna do is, and then I get the sides, and this side, and so on. Now, the reason I have the back brush is because you see this right here, it's gonna drip. So if I back brush that, I don't have to worry about dripping down on the concrete. So see, I got that off. It may not look like it's nothing on it, but when it dries, like I said, it's gonna dry differently. So that's the main reason that I have the back brush, is because I'm gonna stop the drips from getting down on the items below or either the concrete. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing this little area, and we're just gonna keep moving back until we get to the end. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna show you how to deal with your lights and stuff. Basically, this is a cut-in, just like if you was cutting in near a house or either around a post. Only difference is this is smooth, so you shouldn't have no issues with it getting in the stain on. You can wipe it off. So the only thing I'm gonna do is dip my brush into my bucket, and I'm just gonna tap around it, and I'm probably gonna go out probably like 1 or 2 feet, maybe close to 2. So that way, when I come back and spray with the sprayer, I don't have to worry about getting it on the light itself. Like I said, I'm just brushing it in around it. Opposite side now. Pretty much got this side. I just want to get it touched up. Again, try to get it about a foot or so out from the light. So when you spray, you don't have to worry about getting on it. Okay, so now take your rag and you just wipe the light off. And that's pretty much it. So all you gotta do is that I got 4 lights I have to do that with. I'm gonna do that with each light. But right now I'm just gonna go ahead and continue getting the rest of this stain up around this. So the area right here where the grill is, this is the hardest piece because I have to deal with the grill. The rest of the stuff over here is wide open space, so there should be no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and just finish this little area right here. Then we'll just go ahead and move you back and get to the rest of the gazebo.
Okay, so what you want to do now is basically go back to all the areas and make sure that you got them covered with the stain, because you can miss it, especially when you're trying to stop it from dripping everywhere. You want to go back and just search all the areas and see if you've seen the light spots. Right now, I'm good on going this way. I'm good going down. I'm good over there. Then we want to look down through here. And believe me, you can miss a spot. I just got through missing a spot in the middle. I think this area right here can use some, so I'm gonna hit that spot. Okay, everything else looks pretty good. Yeah, so when you doing something like this, you have to go back and look to make sure that you got everything covered. Let's check the outside. Yeah, that's done. Like I said, one thing, I'm not too sure how much is gonna match the other one, because that wood was a little bit older than this, so it's the same color, but hopefully that it's gonna dry up a little bit better and get real close to the side that was old and stuff like that. So now we look in the front right over here. Yep, I got everything over there. So yeah, okay, I got a couple more spots that I'm gonna hit, and then we're gonna wrap this video up. Okay guys, I got that area that seemed like it was a little light. I did go back and touch up a few more areas, and I seem like I got everything covered and stuff. So just gotta let it dry, and then hopefully it's gonna match that, which it should, hopefully. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pack up. Okay guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I got everything covered. Everything looks good. I got everything around the lights stained, and I got the lights wiped off from any stain I got on it. And I put the furniture back for them. If you're gonna do any kind of job, pressure washing or either staining that has furniture on it, make sure that you charge the people, or tell them just make sure they have everything out the way before you get there. This is somebody I know. It's a returning customer. They get a lot of things done for me, so it's no problem for me to move the furniture and stuff. Once again, if you haven't seen the video of me washing and staining this deck, go back and look at that video. Okay, Aquamanites, that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you learned something from it. If not, at least I hope that you found it entertaining. If not, go back and look at the video because you skipped over the good parts. Once again, if you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. This is Marcos from Aquamanites Pressure Washing, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
It's him and I, Aquamanites.